So, the New England Patriots have signed their running back Stevenson to a 4-year deal, $36 million extension, $9 million per year, with $17 million in guaranteed money. Not a bad deal for Stevenson, especially considering the running back and how bare it is and how brutal they get treated. Rightfully so. I really think it's the most replaceable position, especially on an offense, but pretty good deal for him. $9 million a year, that's pretty respectable. Some people might call this an overpay. That might be true to a certain extent, but if you look at the Patriots as a whole right now, they don't really have a lot established. They're essentially building from the ground up, and Stevenson really is the bell cow of this offense going forward. I know he kind of shared some time with Zeke last year. I don't really know why that was. I know Zeke played decently and he had some moments, but Stevenson is obviously like a far better back than he was last year and going into this year. But I really think they're going to give him a much bigger workload for this upcoming year, and he's really the only established offensive piece they have on offense right now. I know they have a couple young receivers. They're trying to build with Drake May, Jacoby Brissett's trying to be that mentor, but really they're building from the ground up, and when you're trying to establish a new culture, build a good locker room, you got to pay your top dogs a good price to really keep them around. It's just the nature of the business. So I don't think it's an overpay. I don't mind the contract at all. As far as Stevenson goes, I really think he could be a top 10 back in this league if he's not already. I don't know about being a top 5 back, but being a top 10 back, definitely doable for him. He can catch the ball. Obviously, he's a good runner. He gets it done in those short yardage situations too. Not a lot to dislike from his game. And not only that, but like I mentioned earlier, he still has a lot of mileage left on him. He wasn't used as much as he should have been last year, so really expect him to have a good year, especially if they do play Drake May early on. When you have a rookie quarterback, it's always a good idea to rely more on the run game, and he can catch the ball too, so those check down options, those short yardage, he's going to get a lot of work if Drake May plays. Even if he doesn't, Jacoby Brissett, I'm sure, will definitely utilize all his abilities. So I don't hate this deal at all. Let me know what y'all think about this deal. Do you think it's an overpay? Do you think it's appropriate? If you think it's an overpay, let me know why, and what would you rather them do with Stevenson? Have him play out his contract or what? Let me know. So Stevenson topped 1,000 rushing yards in 2022, but he couldn't replicate that in 2023 because of injuries. That may be concerning, especially how he is younger, but hopefully he'll have a bounce back year of just being healthy, because being that young in the game and having injuries as a running back isn't ideal, but we've seen people bounce back before. McCaffrey's had a ton of injuries. Barkley has had a ton of injuries, so I don't really think it's a cause for concern right now. In his 41 NFL appearances, he's rushed for 2,265 yards, 4.5 yards per carry, with 14 touchdowns, and he also has caught 121 passes for 782 yards and 1 touchdown. So, very early career still, but I think he has a lot of promise and a lot of potential to be around the Patriots and Drake May for the foreseeable future. Like I said, a good deal, and I'm excited to see what he's got in store for this year. And just in general, I'm really excited to see what the Patriots do for this upcoming year. I know a lot of people are already counting them out and already think that they're going to be a bottom 5 team. I actually think on one of the sports books, the Patriots are projected to have the worst record in the NFL for the 2024 and 2025 year. That is bold. I definitely think they'll be in that top 10 pick range for the 2025 draft. I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team, but you never know, especially if Drake May has some magic. We've seen it before with rookie QBs, sure, not going on like these crazy Super Bowl runs, but being competitive, being kind of in that playoff bubble. Again, I'm not saying the Patriots are going to make the playoffs or even be in that playoff bubble type team come week 16, week 17, but I think they're going to be competitive from time to time. I don't know, for people to be saying, oh, this is a 3-win team, it's a 4-win team, I don't know. I think they could get to, 6 to 8 potentially. I'm really excited to see Drake May in Boston, man. I really want to see what he's got. And plus, you have Jacoby Brissett back with the Patriots. Solid backup, solid mentor. And sure, they don't have a lot of offensive weapons, but they have Hunter Henry, Stevenson, which we've talked about. Obviously, the whole receiving core needs to be established, and they brought in a few young guys to hopefully help out. Drake May, Jacoby Brissett. We'll see how that plays out, but I don't know. Am I crazy for this take? Again, I'm not saying they're going to be a competitive team, but like a 3-win team, I think that's a bit too harsh. How about like 6 wins for the Patriots in 2024, 2025? I know that's not a crazy take or anything, but it's just people are saying that they could potentially be the worst team in the NFL next year. I think that's a bit much. I really do. I think we got to take a look at the Panthers again and Bryce Young, but let me know what y'all think. And let me know what y'all think about the whole AFC East in general. And this is why I think they could get to 6 wins, because it's a pretty wonky division. I mean, you still have the Bills, and they've been the kings of the East for the last little while now. And they still will be, even though they have lost a lot of guys this past offseason. And then you have the Dolphins, where I have no idea. Like, who knows? Tua scares me. He really does. And the whole narrative of them not being able to beat good teams also, I feel like it's pretty true. And then you have the wonkiest of them all, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Love Aaron Rodgers, but the Jets are just kind of like a circus. We have no idea what is going to happen with them, like truly. And, all these teams are based up in the north except for the Dolphins. Those cold weather close games, those defensive battle games. Patriots with Gerard Mayo, who knows? They could squeak out a game against Buffalo. They could squeak out a game against the Jets, or probably 2. So, you never know. Again, not saying that they're going to win the AFC East, but 5-6 wins, I feel like it's very doable. Am I crazy for that take? Do you think the Patriots are going to be the worst team in the NFL this upcoming year? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about the contract too. And yeah, man, that's all I got for right now. Peace.